your girl ShesLoc'd, and I'm back with another video. So in this video, I'm going to try to help the collective who are starting their locks or thinking about starting their locks stop doing certain things, because the lock journey, you can't control it. Let's be honest. Like, you could say you want your locks like this and your locks will do that. So let me give you a few tips. So the first tip I want to give you guys is it's okay to have lock inspo. Like, of course, you want to have some type of something. If you ever like go to a loctician, get your lock started, you want to show them a picture and say, hey, like, this is how I would like my locks to somewhat turn out. But I do want you guys to know that even though you show a loctician any picture that you want to show them, your locks will always turn out different. Everybody has different hair density, different hair porosity. Your diet are different. Anything hereditary is different. Although you could look at somebody's hair and say, well, their hair type is similar to mine, which, yeah, that helps to know like what, let's say, size you want your locks or how you want to start your locks. But at the end of the day, your locks will not look exactly like the lock inspo. If you're new here, I am a loctician in Florida, and I do have a lot of clients come in and they show me pictures of how they want their locks, but I always give them a disclaimer in the beginning and let them know that their locks is not going to look exactly like that, because at the end of the day, I can install your locks, but I cannot basically tell your locks what to do during the lock journey. Like, there are certain things you can do, but it is very damaging to your locks, and you might not be ready to start your locks if you know that you're going to try to manipulate them as best as you can to get them exactly how you want them to be, because locks do what they want to do, and it's also very healthy for your hair to leave them alone. So you might want to think about that before starting your lock. So when it comes to the lock journey, a lot of the stuff that our hair do are similar, such as shrinkage. You're always going to experience that. Frizz is going to grow up and then come down, which is also shrinkage. Budding, bunching, and such like that. And your locks is always going to swell up. So if you have like fine hair, your hair is always going to get thicker with locks, because you are keeping your shedded hair. But at the end of the day, if you're looking at someone with super thick hair and you know that you have fine hair, your locks won't look like theirs. Also, you're not going to get the same number of locks or same amount of locks that they have if you want a certain thickness with fine hair. Like, you're always going to probably try to go with like less amount of locks, and then they have more amount of locks, but theirs come out super thick. But that's because they have thick hair. And also it's vice versa for someone with thick hair or 4C hair. You can't have 4C hair and then look at someone with 3C or 4A hair and say, I want my locks to look exactly like that, because your hair is thicker, it's more coarse. So the journey is always going to look different for everybody. And I feel like a lot of people look at their lock inspos and they want their locks to be exactly like that. And once they hit like a year and they see that their locks are totally different than their lock inspos, they comb out their locks. And combing out your locks, there's nothing wrong with that. But just understand that you can start your locks over and over again, and sometimes you're not going to achieve the look the same as the lock inspo, because you guys have different everything. Like, everything is different about your hair. Even though your hair, you might have 3C hair and your lock inspo might have 3C hair, but everything else is different, like I said earlier, such as diet, porosity, density, and stuff like that. So it's always going to look different. So if you know you're a person who's very particular on how you want your locks, my best bet for you is to do the most research that you can, knowing that the sizing that you want, the amount of locks that you want, and you know how you want your parts to look like. Just do as much research as you can if you know that you're very picky when it comes to locks. But do understand that the lock journey does what it wants to do, and you really can't control too much when it comes to your hair. And also understand that everyone's lock journey is different and it's very unique. So just love the journey. Like, it's a beautiful journey. Also, if you're a person who's going to a loctician, make sure to do your research on that loctician, so therefore you're able to communicate with the loctician and let them know that, hey, this is how I want everything. You know, if you're a particular person, this is how I want my parting, this is how I want the sizing. And also make sure that the loctician is giving you all the answers that you have for your questions, such as, you know, if I go with this size, what might be the sizing that it goes up to. Now let me put a disclaimer, we don't control your lock journey, but I also do tell my clients, okay, you're going with this smaller size, it's going to bud up a little bit and it's going to get a little thicker along the way. Are you okay with that, or do you want to go smaller? Or for the ones that's going for thicker locks, I just let them know, hey, your parting is thicker, so your locks are going to be thick. Are you okay with that? So make sure you do your research on your loctician, so that way they're listening to everything that you need. So that is it, you guys. That's all the tips I have for you. If you are starting your locks or about to start your locks, just make sure you do as much research as you can. Unless you're a person who don't really care about the particular stuff, then that's totally fine. If you have any other questions, please leave them for me in the comment section below. Don't forget to check the description box, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one.